Hey Brett, how you doing?
Hey man, it's time to do EdTech Sandwich.
It's sandwich time. All right.
EdTech Sandwich, yummy!
Hey, welcome to EdTech Sandwich. Thanks. Brett, what do you have first?
You know, since the last time we did an EdTech Sandwich, there was a pretty big announcement in the world of education as far as Apple is concerned, and that they have launched their a new version of iBooks where there's textbooks now available onto the iPad. And then they also had launched the application iBooks Author.
Absolutely.
So that it makes it extremely easy for individuals to create a interactive digital textbook or interactive manual or any type of interactive electronic book. And so just kind of wanted to show you that real quick for those of you who might not have seen it. It's pretty straightforward. The application is pretty easy to use. Up here at the top, you have different things, just like a text box, or you can put tables and charts in, shapes. There's widgets up here where you can put a photo gallery in, like we did here. In this section, you can have different images in that little photo gallery. You can put it into widgets area too. Also, some media, so video or audio as well.
And so, Brett, the big takeaway for me that's shown there is the interactive pieces that you can put into digital text.
Exactly right.
If you can get your reader to, maybe it's a little, we're calling it a widget here, but if you can get them to go to a piece of the page and do something and get feedback, then that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, and one of the widgets in there as well is also like a quiz.
Yeah, survey.
So you can have an element of content, and then you can actually have some type of formative assessment for that as well, which is really cool. And it all turns out, when you put it over here on your device, let's see if I can get this to work properly. Nothing like doing things live. Go back in here. It's going to work great. There we go. Boom. And all the content's gone. Very good demonstration there. Maybe if I do it this way.
There you go.
There we go.
That is one thing about iBook Author. You want to set it up to where it's vertical presentation or horizontal, and you've got to be really creative how you do that.
There we go. For some reason, when I had it up,
it didn't flip.
It didn't flip right. Now it's working fine, and you can have embedded media as well.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to use. This one right here only just took like less than 10 minutes because we already had some of the content created.
Yeah.
Just throwing stuff in and playing around with it. So interesting tool. I think that it can really have an effective role in the way that if teachers grab a hold of it and integrate it. But you know what, Marty?
Yes.
I'm eating a pretty good sandwich.
We did. So we did forget to highlight the sandwich for today. You've already gotten into yours. I'm kind of holding off here.
Second half.
You and I both have the egg salad sandwich from the Cheesery in Fountain Place in Frankfort, Kentucky. Pretty well known for the egg salad sandwich. Brett, what do you think of it?
I wouldn't classify myself as an egg salad sandwich aficionado.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty good egg salad sandwich. You got the potato salad as well to bring. So
it's all yellow.
It's all yellow food. I can't really distinguish if I'm eating potato salad sometimes over egg salad.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
So anyone who knows me knows that eggs are staple food in my my household, and so this fits right in. So let me kind of highlight the first thing I had. You kind of kicked the show off with a phone call, and you thought that I was on kind of a legacy analog phone.
Rotary.
Actually, this is a very nifty, and Brett's making fun of me for highlighting this, but this is a very nifty adapter for any computer, iPhone, Android phone, whatever. But, I got it. This was highlighted and shared with me by Susan Taylor in Boyle County. So a little shout out there. But I got one because I thought my daughter, my 5-year-old, would love it. Turns out she does love it. She wanted the pink one, but I went ahead and got black. I know that one great of me as a father, but I've started using it a little bit just for fun around the house, and I kind of like it. I don't know why.
I can see that. First of all,
doing this, and you kind of, but it is kind of fun to use. I don't know why. It's weird.
A, it is ridiculous, but B, I can see that with children, not wanting to have them have a cell phone next up to their head. I can see that as a safety precaution. That it's, I don't know.
We'll go with safety.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I'm gonna go out and purchase one of those as opposed to just hitting the speaker feature on my phone. Yeah. My children use that. Yeah. But hey, if that's what it takes, man.
Yeah. And so there's another version that is included with an iPhone charger. So it's really meant to be a desk kind of thing. I thought this one put in your pocket.
It would be really cool if they had like a big bag. It was a battery, so that way you could have like the bag phone effect. I know. That'd be sweet.
What else you got?
I was talking about iBooks Author and digital books. I read most of my books now either through I have a Kindle Fire that I read a lot on, as well as iBooks. And one of our viewers, and who's also a friend of mine, his name is Chris Stevenson, pointed to another podcast on the Twit network called Triangulation. And it was on January 26th, their guest was a gentleman by the name of Clay Johnson, who has written a book called The Information Diet. And just like with the food that we consume into our bodies, I'm bring the website up here real quick. Just like the food that we consume into our bodies, it can, if we eat a lot of junk food or food that's not healthy for us, we can become obese and possibly even sick. With the dawn of the information era with the internet, there's a lot of information that's being shared now, and we can become obese from information as well. And also, the book goes on to talk about how if we select the wrong type of information to consume, we can become infected and ignorant in a new way. Yeah, I know I'm guilty of consuming lots and lots of media. Some of it is very helpful and productive, and makes me become more productive. Right. Some of it makes me dumber for watching it. Yeah. And that's an interesting concept. And I've actually been thinking about that quite a bit. Clay Shirky has some pieces on that, but also the Jody Rose posted as an author on kyedtech.com a very well written piece on why he decided to delete his Facebook account. And it's lengthy, but it's actually gotten a ton of feedback. And actually, people, I got several emails. People thought I wrote it, and were like, "Bravo! I've been wanting to say stuff like that for years." And I had to write back and say, "Unfortunately, I didn't write that. The Jody Rose did." But I've been thinking about that quite a bit lately in terms of, and I actually tweeted about it a couple of days ago about the need for us to step back and not just consume, but also contribute and to create and produce something. And so I've kind of put it on a challenge for myself to produce something every day and not just sit back and consume, right? So create something. And then, I believe, and I'll kind of cut myself off without going too far into that, but I really believe in that. And I kind of believe that's what we're doing with EdTech Sandwich. And I really push other people to, even though if you may not think it's good, just create. Do something, produce something, and share it. Share it somehow with one or two people. Our goal was like 20, and we're above that. Right. So on a consistent basis. Well, and given we're talking about technology a lot here, the accessibility of technology now lends itself to individuals to really be. There's no excuse not to produce. The tools are there. We just talked about iBooks Author. Yeah. There's a movie maker on the PC side. There's iMovie.
Actually, this device is actually a great recording device as well.
Yeah, and your phone, whether whatever type of device you have, a lot of times it's got video and audio recording capabilities into it. There's really no excuse not to be able to be a producer.
Agreed.
So
agreed. Next thing I wanted to share, and this is something I've been watching for a long time, and have backed, and hopefully look to see something coming out in the future. I won't play the video, but Cloud FTP Kickstarter project. If you watch EdTech Sandwich, you know I'm a fan of Kickstarter. So the Cloud FTP, the designers have created. Essentially, you take, and I've had a need to purchase an external hard drive. Lately, this is a 1 terabyte drive. I had to clear some stuff off my laptop so that I could actually use it. But Cloud FTP allows you to, from this little square device that's battery powered, that's rechargeable, you turn it on and join it to a wireless network through USB. Plug this in, and then anyone can connect to that. To connect to my hard drive to share data or information.
Interesting.
And so it's making, we've had this big push for cloud services. We all use them, but it's kind of making your own personal cloud.
That's pretty cool.
And,
I like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Not sure if once they start producing them in mass, I'm not sure. And there's other devices I've seen start to come out and read about that kind of do the same thing. This one looks just very easy to use, and I've been watching it, and I hope to see something. I hope it's not too expensive.
We know, Marty, up on the recording of this episode of EdTech Sandwich, we're just a couple weeks away for the big Kentucky Society for Technology Education conference in Louisville.
Right.
I know that I'm going to be sitting on a panel one day, and you and I are going to be doing a presentation on how we do EdTech Sandwich and the technology and the resources behind all that. And so we'd like to send out an invitation to those of you out there who are going to be attending to come to our session. Be prepared to be amazed at the robust technology
we'll do
behind.
episode 10. We're actually going to do EdTech Sandwich episode 10 at KISTI.
We are.
And so, as I'm sharing right now, Brett, you're doing a couple sessions. I'm doing, I think, 7 sessions.
Right.
And
you're doing 7 sessions?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow the Dr. Matthew Constant plan for KISTI of present every. I didn't plan to be.
You are so much more in demand than I am.
No, that's not it. I try to insert myself when not asked. Last couple things I want to share. One, this image is kind of floating around social networks, Twitter and whatever, but I wanted to share this image. And it really helps explain social media, and I've actually used it with a couple folks lately on what this social media does for you. And this example is using a donut. So Twitter, I'm eating a donut. Facebook, I like donuts. Foursquare, this is where I eat donuts. All the way down YouTube, here I am eating a donut. Pinterest, here's a donut recipe. Right, Last FM. Now I'm listening to donuts. And Google Plus. I'm a Google employee who eats donuts.
Oh my God!
So, and I just thought it's pretty comical, and but yet helps define what different social medias are attached to in terms of end users and how that works.
I think that might be a good episode for EdTech Sandwich to
Absolutely.
look at the different social media applications out there.
Yeah,
and if they have any value in educational.
Absolutely. And one I'm watching pretty heavily and I'm participating in a little bit is Pinterest. I know that 90% of Pinterest users are females.
I have an account. I just started using it. Started pinning my power tools and.
Nice. I think it's fun to watch, and I think it's a quick. I think a lot more folks are getting into microblogging and that kind of piece.
Is that creation? Is that producing? Is that production?
Well, I think what that is it's a platform to take the consumption and make sense and help other people. So I would look at it as a form of micro production or
mini production,
micro contribution maybe. I don't know, whatever. All right. So hey, this is episode 9, and I'm ready to get into some egg salad sandwich, and we will be talking with you soon.
See you next time.
EdTech Sandwich, yummy!